Women on the Move, business women and entrepreneurs who cultivate, inspire, and lead in their field.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
I'm Chase McGee. I am a celebrity fashion stylist, and I also am a brand consultant for small brands and new entrepreneurs and new startups.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about how you got started.
In which business? I got started in fashion styling probably about 20 years ago. And I always had a love for fashion, and I started designing children's clothes, and I had a clothing line, 1013, and I decided that one day I just hated designing. I love fashion, but designing was not the part for me. Mm-hmm. So I kind of put it down for a few years, and we had a love-hate relationship. And then I picked it back up again, and I opened a boutique in 2012, and I fell in love with it all over again, and I got into styling kind of by accident. You know, people were coming in the store, and I was putting, different looks together for them, and they were going to different events, and I absolutely loved it, and I just went full-fledged and dived into it.
That's awesome. I love that. So can you tell us a little bit about the people that you've worked with before and how you got introduced to them?
So I worked with Goo Goo Atkins. She's the, stylist for Mary. Mm-hmm. And that was sheer coincidence. We just so happened to be at the same event, and we kind of partnered up. She saw all of my styles that I had, and she was like, "You, help me, come backstage." And I was like, okay. So I kind of, fell into that, just by circumstance. Mm-hmm. Same thing, I was in a similar situation when I styled Floetry, and it was their stylist, something happened, "Hey, you, get in here." So, so it's been a absolute pleasure. I love working with the everyday woman, and the celebrities are cool, but it's nothing like working with the everyday woman.
That's awesome. So how is it being a woman in the fashion industry and as a stylist? I know there are a lot of stylists out there. Do you guys collaborate? Are women kind of at each other's throats, or is it a very collaborative environment?
I think that sometimes it can be a little cutthroat. I'm typically the stylist that's always going to someone else, to pull. I'll work with other stylists and pull them in on a project, or, collaborate, with other boutiques and pull them in and say, "Hey, I got this, this job going on. Can you help me out?" But it's really not so much, everyone is not like that. You have to take it for, what it is. And I am a stylist, and that's what I tell everyone. I don't play dress up. I don't just go through your closet and just say, or, randomly pick. You get an experience. You get a full look from head to toe that complements your body type, your skin tone, the whole nine. Like, you get the full experience. So
that's really cool. Where do you get your inspiration from?
Everywhere. I can be driving, and I can see a building or a piece of art, or I can just see some random things, and I can see a full look come together. So different things inspire me. There's not one particular thing or people, or, especially when I travel. I like to travel. I like to go on cruises. I like to, take short getaways. Those are my, the most, where I come up with the most ideas. Mm-hmm. And my thoughts just, I have the best dressed clients when I come back, because those, I have time to think.
Do you find yourself often taking a lot of templates and textures from different cultures when you travel?
I do, and I mix them altogether. And a lot of people, they're scared of texture. They're scared of, print and color. And it's like, you can live out loud. You can try this. I always introduce clients to new patterns and colors every day because most of them are, basic black and, no, I can't come out of my comfort zone. So I kind of ease them and guide them into that process. And it's a wonderful thing. Like, they love it once they get exposed to the whole texture and patterns.
And how do you keep your style unique and specific to you without following the trends of fashion today?
Oh, I just do me. I don't care. I try not to, believe it or not, I don't look at a lot of magazines. I know a lot of people are always like, I gotta see the latest trends. I don't do that. I don't follow the trends. Whatever feels good and it looks good, then I take it and I build on it. I don't have a set trend. I have a style for me. And my clients kind of know that, okay, you're gonna get a sophisticated, really, clean, polished, edgy kind of look, when you come and get dressed by me. So
what advice do you have for other women who'd like to become fashion stylists?
Do not quit. Never quit. You will hear 1,000 no's before you hear a yes. And it's hard, and sometimes it's discouraging because you may see someone else that's not as qualified or not as talented as you are, and they may get the job over you, but work harder. You have to, stay up later at night and get up earlier in the mornings, and you have to work, and don't accept no. Just keep going. A lot of people, they get defeated and they don't want to do it anymore. And, because you have to find your lane, create your lane. If you can't, don't get in someone else's lane, create your own lane. So that's the best thing. Just keep going. Never quit. Never quit.
I think that's really great. And I think the fact that you are tying your fashion into your brand consulting is something that you don't see a lot of stylists doing. They normally kind of stay in one arena, but you have brought a multifaceted approach to this. So tell us a little bit more about your brand consulting.
Well, I got into it because I was working with a lot of models in the fashion industry, and they had no idea how to brand themselves. And so once I taught them, to be a brand and how to be their own brand, because a lot of people are like, I don't know, I don't have a product, I don't have a service, I don't know what to do. And it's like, you are the brand. Be the brand, live the brand. So once I got into showing them, and then their careers started going to another level, and then I just kind of wanted to expand. Business has always been, right up there with fashion as, my number one love, and I just kind of tied it in, and I felt like I had to educate women on proper branding and being the best in your brand and knowing your brand to grow your brand, to show a better brand, and to just be everything you need to be in the brand.
I think that's really important, branding yourself and being true to yourself. As a brand consultant, can you give us 2 to 3 tips on how to brand yourself? Easy ways that you can brand yourself if you don't have the resources to come to a brand consultant.
Wow, I get asked that a lot. One thing is be consistent and know who you are targeting. Everybody is not your audience. So you can't cater to everyone. You can't be everyone's be all, end all. Pick an audience, find your niche, and stick to it. And be consistent in your brand. You can't be here today, gone tomorrow. I'm doing something else. You have 50 things going on, because it's brand confusion. You're all over the place. Stick to one thing, grow your brand, and grow multiple streams of income in your brand.
I think that is super amazing advice. I will take that advice, and I hope that others will take heed to your advice as well.
Me too.
Where can we find you on social media?
All across social media, from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, is Chase InStyle Chase. InStyle.com, and Chase InStyle on Twitter and Instagram. If you type in my hashtag, Chase InStyle, or my name, Chase McGee, or Do It Afraid. Even if you type in Do It Afraid, I'll come up, because that's, you got to do everything scared. Once you do it scared, you're doing the best work.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a pleasure, and we look forward to working with you some more.
Thank you.
Thank you.